Well, those were the headlines we've been tracking for you this evening on What's Brewing. FinFactor, the parent company of FinView account aggregator, has raised $15 million in a Series A round led by Westbridge Capital with participation from Varanium, DMI Sparkle and IIFL FinTech Fund. Now, FinView AA now serves over 50 million consumers, powering real-time, consent-based data sharing for banks, insurers, brokers and wealth managers. FinFactor also works with over 150 BFSI clients through its AI-driven analytics suite. The fresh capital will be used to scale products, deepen India's stack-powered open finance capabilities and build a full-stack technology layer for financial institutions. To tell us how the AA framework is reshaping India's digital finance, I'm joined by Munish Bhatia, the co-founder of FinFactor, and Vamsi Madhav, the CEO at FinView AA. Gentlemen, welcome to Startup Street. Munish, if you could let me start with you first. What does this capital unlock for FinFactor at this stage of India's open finance evolution? How does this round really help you scale products and, of course, expand teams? What are the top 3 capabilities that you're prioritizing right now?
Yeah, thanks, CNBC. So actually, this capital allows us to focus on servicing our customers better. I think we can build products to solving more specific problems and use cases aligned, in the industry aligned to usage of open finance and, mainly built on the A rails. As the usage of A further increases in the ecosystem. So basically, we are looking to expand our product capabilities in lending, wealth solutions, go deeper in these areas, and then also look at other adjacent solutions.
Sure. Let me go across to Vamsi now. Vamsi, FinView AA is a RBI licensed account aggregator. It has already served over 50 million consumers, like I mentioned earlier. What were the biggest unlocks that helped you reach this scale? Account aggregators were once considered early stage infrastructure. Today, they are mainstream. Vamsi, what's driving this shift? Policy, customer behavior, or partnerships?
Thank you, Shruti, for having us on the show. I think customer behavior has obviously been central. The ecosystem went live 4 years ago, and I remember in the very first 2 weeks, we were all surprised by the Indian financial consumers' adoption of something digital like this. And I think in large part, that's thanks to Aadhaar and UPI having sort of greased the rails for us. So that's helped us a lot. And I think the customer behavior has really taken up because customers have seen the power of convenience in terms of how easily they can give consent for data sharing and agency. And that has led to lenders and wealth managers adopting it really at scale. But I think the biggest unlock for us has been policy, whether it is RBI and the government and Sahamati, the industry body, really bringing the public sector banks within 1 year of go live, and then SEBI bringing in the AMCs and the RTAs. That's really helped us. And FinView, being one of the earliest players, has done its own business development effort to use these unlocks. So that's really what has helped us scale so far.
Also, Vamsi, the AA ecosystem is maturing fast. We've got multiple licensed players. So tell us what differentiates FinView AA today, technology, security, reliability or scale. And given the volume of sensitive data flowing through the platform, what safeguards do you have in place?
Shruti, our differentiator clearly is reliability.
Okay.
We run a highly engineering-heavy system. We provide reliable success rates to our technology partners. We provide very reliable user experience for our consumers, and we provide very reliable guardrails to prevent misuse. In fact, we are one of the first AAs to offer something called Consent Guard, which is essentially, to put it simply, a way for end users to not be presented with unreasonable consent requests. And we in fact ended up open sourcing that. It's up on Sahamati's repository as a way to foster governance. So I think in terms of safeguards, one of the things for us to understand is we are really blind to the financial data. The way the technical architecture is that if our data is going through us, it is encrypted from your bank and it gets decrypted only on the destination. So really the footprint of risk through us is very, very little. But we are an RBI regulated entity, so we get regularly audited for all measures. So we have all state-of-art security measures in place.
All right, coming back to you, Manish, the FinFactor today offers a multi-AA gateway, bank statement analyzer. You've got loan monitoring tools and wealth tech capabilities. Across your 150 plus BFSI clients, which products are seeing the strongest demand right now?
Yeah, so we've found a good product market fit for a gateway, a bank statement analysis, and our wealth solution. And we have a good, strong pipeline of customers looking for solutions built on the A rails, because most of the solutions are primarily built on the A rails. But we are also co-building solutions with our partners and our existing customers for newer use cases. As the ecosystem evolves and moves forward further, as it scales up further. So a lot of work already there in the pipeline.
All right. Vamsi, account aggregators are being called the final building block of India's stack. In fact, your investor, Wedgebridge Capital, also quoted that. From your vantage point, what does open finance at scale look like over the next 3 to 5 years?
So we took 4 years to reach 50 million Indians so far. And I think over the next 3 to 5 years, these building blocks of India's stack will be deployed in newer form factors. We're very excited about voice being one of those form factors. Newer contexts, such as assisted and phygital modes, not just do it yourself. And I think if you look at where this will go in 3 to 5 years, be it a woman who's currently a self-help group member, becoming finally an individual recipient of a financial service, and therefore financial inclusion for retail consumers sort of going down that path, or cash flow lending for MSMEs really becoming a reality. I think we will really see 500 million Indians in the next 3 to 5 years being touched by open finance. And these will be the classic use cases that we think will become reality.
All right. Going back to your tech, and Munish, let me get you in. How deeply is AI embedded in your analytics suite, from underwriting to post-dispersal monitoring? Also at the consumer level, AA is transforming how Indians control and share their financial data. So what still limits mass adoption, and how do you plan to fix it?
Yeah, so the heart of our analytics is basically transaction categorization, which is essentially identifying patterns as to how customers interact with money and finance. So we've built in-house models trained specifically for this, and this essentially helps lenders, wealth managers to make better decisions, more accurate decisions in either in underwriting, collections, advisory, or any other use cases. It could be within insurance or some that Vamsi mentioned on cash flow analysis. But if you look at the ecosystem, last 4 years has grown significantly with over 800 participants. There are 300 million consents that are now been fulfilled, and we're seeing a 15% growth month on month, which is quite significant growth since the last 1 or 2 years as well. So we feel that with better overall robust infrastructure and network, and of course wider awareness of the AI ecosystem will definitely help scale up and increase adoption. And we are closely working with all of the ecosystem partners as well to solve for this.
All right. So picking up from what Munish just said on that very positive note, Vamsi, what's the one breakthrough, whether it's technology, regulation, or adoption that will shape the next phase of India's open finance ecosystem, according to you?
We are a technology company, so we obviously bet very heavily on trends in technology, and we think technology will naturally drive adoption. But I think the one bet that I would place on this really unlocking us is regulation. We're very excited about, AI regulation, particularly RBI's free AI report and the Ministry of Electronics and IT's AI governance framework. And I think what we will really see is that the Indian concept of data empowerment and protection will be spurred through a wholehearted adoption of AI. So for us, AA to the power of AI, Shruti, is really the breakthrough that we're hoping for.
Well, and on that note, it's time for me to wrap up this conversation. Munish and Vamsi, both, many thanks for joining us on Startup Street today, and wish you the very best with all your growth plans.
Yeah, thanks.